Hello. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm trying to do it through Hangout, so let's see. Let me try to find the chat. Pop that out real quick. I think it's working. Yay. I wanted to try it in Hangouts today, so I got my new kind of setup in this office all done, and I'm really excited about it. And I have my working area kind of, or my other desk in the other office area now. So I have a lot more room in here. And yeah. Okay. So I think it's good. I'm just going to be working today, chit-chatting. Like I said, I kind of just wanted to see if I could figure out how to do it through Hangouts. And now that I have, I think it'll be good. I'm glad. I hope everybody had a great 4th. Yesterday we went to a really good firework display. I used to go as a kid, and so I've been wanting to go back. We went once when me and my husband were dating. We had went once, and we've been wanting to go back, so we finally did. And it is it's in a really small town in Kansas. Like, not like really small. It has like 1,200 people. But there's usually like there's probably at least, if I had to guess, which I'm not like great at guessing how many people are there, but there was probably about 3,000 people there, I would think, or 2,000. There was a lot of people there. And it's always a big, big deal there because they have the regular fireworks that are up in the sky. Hi, Nancy. But they also have, like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like terrace scaffolding boards, and they put fireworks on them, and they're set up where you can see them. And when it gets dark, you really don't see the boards, but then they light it and it makes a picture. And they do like 10 to 12 of those a year too. So you see the one that makes the picture, that's on the ground, and it's not like it's like set up for like a picture frame kind of, but it's huge, and it makes the picture with the fireworks, and then they do the big sky fireworks in between each one, and it's really cool. So that was fun. And I've always enjoyed that show, so it was really nice finally getting to go back there. And it does cost to get in because it's such a good show, and they, that's how they fund it for next year. It only costs $3 an adult, so that's not bad. And I think that's for most of the events. They do like a celebration, so it was cool. I was glad we went. It was hot though. Woo. But it's one of the few that I know of that still do ground displays like that, like the picture displays. I've never seen another show that does that. So it got really dark in here. I think I don't know if it's going to rain or not, but it feels like it's going to rain. What is everybody up to? I don't see how I can. Hi, Going On Grumpy. But it was a good day, or a good night. We didn't get home till because the town's where we went is an hour and a half away from us, so we didn't get home till 1. That kind of stunk. Kind of threw off my whole day. I woke up late. I just not get into it this morning. Yeah, it might. I don't know if it's supposed to rain. I wish it would, for the heat would go down. Let's see what the weather is. Yeah, that's how it's in here. It's been really not too bad today, but I missed my morning walk this morning. That I was really bummed about that because I just woke up too late, and I don't really like walking when it's or riding my bike or whatever when it's really super hot. It just makes me. I don't mind like getting like it being hot, but when it's just like sucking the moisture out of the air, it's really no fun to walk in. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to maybe have some storms. Yeah, times of cloud, sun, very warm, humid, and an afternoon shower or thunderstorm around when? The high is the real feel high of today, like what it really feels like, supposed to be 105. So that's okay. Well, okay. Do you see all these boxes around me? That's my inventory. Well, that's okay. This stuff over here, see those tabs right there? That's my unlisted inventory, which it's kind of getting where I like it. I like having kind of a backlog because I don't get out. I can't get out every day. I only get out on weekends. And then I pre-box everything, then I list it. But here, I'll show you. Let's see this. So I moved office where I could store more inventory, and I got more shelving emptied for more inventory, so that's nice. Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, let's go over to this one. Maybe you can see this. See, this is V, shelf V, and each one box has a number. So in the SKU, like this number is that. Well, I'll just do this. P34. So in the SKU on the listing, or if it doesn't have an SKU spot like on Posh, I'll just put it at the end. I put where it's at. Shelf, I'll put V, or no, I'll put P34 and V in parentheses. That way I know exactly where it's at. And since I have so many like smaller shelves, it really don't take me that long to find an inventory piece. So sorry for the seasick. It's a computer, so it's kind of wobbly big. So that's how I do it. That's how I've always done it. And another reason I do it, I know it kind of sounds silly. I think it may take both ways. Because I don't have a lot of space, so you think, well, why are you pre-packaging? Because that takes boxes take more space. But I can also, like this, I can stack them higher. Like if I had glass item figurines right there, which I do sell some vintage glass figurines and that kind of stuff, I wouldn't be able to stack them. But when they're in boxes, they stack. So how I do it. Because I just don't have a whole lot of space. And another reason, like I've said multiple times, is just because in the morning it's such a time can be such a time crunch for me to get stuff shipped out, and I like having just the 1 day handling time on my listings. But since, you know, my post office is only open a few hours a day, I like to be able to get it done fast, you know, if something sells in the middle of the night. But I used to not label the shelves, and it would take me forever to find it. And I would like try to put all of the one letter in one section, and like nothing was labeled. And then one day it just hit me. I'm like, why don't, instead of trying to fit the boxes in a certain section, just label the sections and fit whatever number will fit in that section, you know? And it's been so much nicer. Like it takes me literally a few minutes to find it now. I just couldn't believe I had been so silly that whole time and not thought about it. I know we never. Well, I did convince my husband to move our bedroom out of our bedroom and into the into the living room because we don't use our living room. We don't really get a lot of people over. We have a dining room that we can sit and talk if people decide to come over. But so we turned our living room into a bedroom, and then we turned our old bedroom last weekend into another office space. So now I have I'm only storing my boxes in there and my extra boxes and my actual desk where I list at. And then my husband also has a desk because he's wanting to work from home a little bit, hopefully, soon. So, and we kind of turned it into like a mini living room too because we have a small like love seat in there with a TV. But yeah. Yeah, that's why. Well, and I live out in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. I mean, I live in a town, but we don't have anywhere I can just go buy a box. So that's why I like pre-packing too. That way I'm not struggling to get a box or won't have one the right size. And some people, I know a lot of people might think it wastes packing material, which, I mean, it uses packing material, but every so often I go through and pull items and I just reuse the packing material. Like, it's not like it hasn't been shipped in. I'll just reuse it. Or, and a lot of my boxes I get free. I get packing material free. The only thing I really buy is bubble wrap because I don't get enough of that yet. And tissue paper from the Dollar Tree if I need it. I'm not really too worried about that. I was telling my husband that I was so happy that with our new little office setup, and that it's just nice to not be surrounded like with stuff when you're listing, and it's just nice. And he's like, yeah, we'll see. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I just have a feeling that it's going to end up filled up with stuff from your other office. I was like, what do you mean? I'm not trying to fill it up. I had 4 items going out last night. It was I do, and I get a lot of it from my friends' bubble wrap. But I do have to have like a supply. And I'm kind of experimenting with different brands or different like places I'm getting it right now and different kinds. I used to get it when I first started buying it in bulk. I used to get it at Staples because I could buy 2. I think they're 75. I don't know how big. They're the big rolls. I could get 2, buy 2, get 1 free. And then I always did, I don't do it much anymore, but I used to do swag bucks like every day and earn a lot of points on there, and you can cash it out for gift cards. And like I'd get all the free points. So I'd get like a $15 Staples gift card, usually from Swag Bucks. And then I would wait until they sent me a coupon. So I'd go in there if it could be used with the sale. A lot of times you can't use coupons with the sale. So I'd go in there and I'd get 2. They're like $17 each. So I'd go in there and I'd get 3 things of bubble wrap. And it would cost like a total, like 17 times 17 is what? 15, $34. And then I had the $15 gift card. So I'd spend like, I think $19 on 3 of the big things. But I'm trying to find cheaper ones too, because was still kind of, I'm cheap, that's why. So I'm trying this kind. It's the big bubbles right now. And it was a little bit bigger. I've been using it. It was only $11. I don't know. I mean, I've been trying it out. And then the stuff I keep, like from unpacking or whatever, pulling stuff, I just have a big box down here that has it in it. It's just, I took some pictures this morning, thankfully, before it got all cloudy, of some shirts. Or, I don't know where I'm going to list them yet. Probably Posh. I might list this one on eBay. Not very. It's still growing my closet on Posh. Hopefully, it'll pay off and I'll get a sell on there. But yesterday, was it not yesterday? I don't work yesterday. The day before yesterday, I was trying to list that material I was working on the other day on Etsy because I hadn't got to it. I was listing it and it was asking me all these questions like Etsy does with all their little drop down menus and stuff. And I couldn't figure out how to, I don't know if you can use the flat rate bubble mailers with Etsy because I could not figure out how to put it into my shipping spot. And I had spent so long on this listing. I got so frustrated. So I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I just closed out and I went and listed it on eBay. And then 5 minutes later, I get a sell on Etsy. And I got another sell today. And it had been quiet for 2 weeks over there. Yeah, the sharing of stuff is kind of time consuming. I'm not really into social media that much. I have an Instagram. And I did have a Facebook, but it's deactivated. I don't get on it. I just use it for the messenger. But I use Instagram. It's like Amelia Sells Vintage. But I hardly ever post anything about reselling on there. I usually post pictures of my walk and turtles that I see. Yeah. I couldn't figure out how to, I guess I could have just done a flat rate, huh? Maybe? I don't know. I was just meh. And I decided just to give up on it because I'd been wasting so much time on that listing because there wasn't any name brand on the material. There wasn't, I didn't know what kind of material it was because there was no marking. It was an older material. I think it was polyester. I didn't put it in the listing, but I did put that it felt like it was rough and it felt like the older polyester material. They used to make the older women used to make pants out of and stuff, that kind of polyester, a little bit thicker. But I didn't have that, and I had just had it. But that's okay. I got a couple sales. I do have some stuff to list the day over there. Maybe I don't get frustrated. I don't put a lot over there. I just like putting more unique things I think I can get more money over there for. Turtle pie. So this shirt, I think I might put it on eBay. I'm not, because it's not stylish, for Posh or whatever it's supposed to be. It says bad bingo after dark. And it says not your mama bingo. I thought it was cute. It was $1. So, and it's brand new. It's not faded or anything. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. I get kind of excited and start talking a lot fast. I do have a listing I want to move to Etsy, I think, because it's not selling on eBay. I think it would do good. It's like a gnome riding a pig bank, metal bank. I don't know. Yeah. So I had, what did I sell? Let me think. Can't remember. I sold a stamp on Etsy. It was a big, like this big square stamp of hot air balloons. And then I sold, what else did I sell? I sold a Polaroid camera on eBay. Sold 2 cookbook pamphlets. I always pick those up, and sometimes I get them real cheap, and they're just like the old advertising pamphlets, cookbook pamphlets that companies used to put out, like baking soda companies would put them out, or baking powder companies, or fruit companies to promote their product. They're slow movers, but I always sell them. And I sold 2 of them together. I don't know why I allotted them together, but I sold 2 of them together, and they're real thin. They're just like little pamphlets about this big for like $16. That's not bad for 2 things that I paid probably like 25 cents for, I think. Actually, they might have been in a free box at a yard sale, I think, because I think those 2 were the free ones. Some of the free ones I got, because people just throw them away because they don't really use cookbooks anymore. But if people collect older food advertisement, cooking memorabilia, plus there's some funky recipes in them. On my Frugal channel, when I was doing that, I had started like a vintage recipe haul thing. I think I only did like one, or not haul, tryout. I think I did like 1 video or 2. I'm not sure. And we tried some vintage recipes, and they were interesting. And then a lot of times when you get those vintage recipes that look like, ugh, you know what I'm talking about. The ones that like put any kind of food inside Jello, recipes. A lot of times they just made those up, and they never really they made them, but they never really tested them fully. They just like, oh yeah, we'll just throw this stuff in there and hopefully it's good. A lot of them weren't fully tested because they were pushing advertisements, like if it was tasted good, or so that's kind of funny. That's what I've heard, at least. But I sold those. Anything else what I sold? That's what, 2, 3 things. What was the last thing? It was in a Holly. Oh, keys. I sold some keys. Flat keys that I've had forever, and it was the best offers. I took it. I was like, just move them out. So, and it was so not like huge sales, but I didn't list yesterday at all. It always interests me what sells and what doesn't. I don't know what brand CB is. I think that's a C and a B. Or is it a DB? Does anybody know? Is that CB? Is it DB? I don't know. So yesterday my husband was off and I made some veggie burgers that we had. I wasn't that thrilled with them. I was like, "How was your burger?" He's like, "It was okay." Like, well, mine was good. But he didn't want to cook, so he just gonna eat what I make. Oh my goodness. I'm such a slow lister. I wish I could get faster at it. I'm just slow at it. I've always been that way though. I've done a few things that's like I use templates, which I like to do. It speeds it up a little bit. I don't really like going to other people's listings and doing sell similar. I don't know. Because I think it's because I have a certain way I like my listings to be and everything. So I use templates, but I'm still just slow. I've been doing it for a while, and I see people get like 50 listings done, and I'm just like, how do you do that? I can't do that. I think the most I've ever done is 30. That was like really pushing it, and there's all little stuff. So yeah, I'm always like, what are these people's secrets? $18. Shoulder to shoulder, 18. I think it's just kind of like well, I'm thinking maybe we'll see. Either probably next weekend, but this weekend or next weekend. I really probably be next weekend. I have too much stuff to do this weekend to go to the bins. 27. I make the long drive up there and go. I don't. I don't have like a professional lighting kit, but my room that I am has a lot of windows, thankfully. But I just use and like I can adjust them a little bit. Oh my goodness, this is plugged in. That's why it's so weird. My camera, I can adjust it. I finally found like the good setting on it. But I use these like, oh no, cheap automotive light things with daylight bulbs on tripods. That's what I use because these are like $5. I do want to get a professional lighting kit, maybe. I just don't have a lot of room. I'm afraid I won't be able to. I don't know. I don't really think I need it at this point. And then my backdrop, because I'm cheap and I don't like. I didn't want to use paper just because I feel like I would have to keep buying it and you can't clean it off very well. And I didn't want to use sheets, same thing. You'd have to not clean it off very well. You have to wash it. So I buy dollar shower curtains at the Dollar Tree, the white ones. Plus they have weights on the bottom, so it kind of like holds them down. And I just staple it to my wall and put it. I have a table underneath it, so it comes down. And I keep it folded in half. And at first it is a little wrinkly, but the wrinkles settle out of it. So, and I can just wipe it off with if I have something that's kind of vintage, and if it, I don't know, stuff just even if you clean it, sometimes it just leaves that. I don't know, not grime, but its trace, I guess, would be a good thing to say. Hi, Swamp Picker. But I do eventually want to get a maybe when we move and get a bigger spot, get a better lighting setup. But for now, it works really good for me. And then I have a little lamp too that I can use if I really need it. And then sometimes I do flat lays, and I use this, just a tripod. But I really like the daylight bulbs. They don't hurt my eyes as much either. Because sun's out again. Can't decide what it wants to do today. If it wants to be dreary and rain, which I wish it would, for the humidity would break a little bit. Or if it wants to trying to decide what to have for supper tonight. I still haven't made that chili I was supposed to make. It's almost too hot. Like, I like chili, but it's too hot. 30.5. Then I was thinking beer rock sounds really, really good, and I have some. I don't know if I want to eat beer rocks either. Or runzas, whatever you call them. Cabbage patches. Bye, Nancy. Like when I was in like I always thought everybody knew what a beer rock was. Well, it's a Kansas thing because not everybody knows what a beer rock is. Be right back. I think my house phone's ringing. Nope, just my imagination. Bring it in here though. I was running so behind today, I didn't even have lunch. I just had my green juice for lunch and some carrots. I'm just like, hate when I run behind. I didn't even get like. Usually, I've been trying to get up early, like 5:30, 5:40, 6 o'clock. Today, I didn't wake up till 10. I'm like, oh my goodness. I hate when I do that. I feel like I've wasted half my day sleeping. This is not working out. Did everybody shoot fireworks off last night? I don't really like to shoot them off personally. I just don't. But I like watching them. Like I said, we went to a really good fireworks show I used to go to all the time when I was younger. So it was like an hour and a half away from here. And me and my husband went once when we were dating. And they're really different because they do ground fireworks and the sky ones, whatever they're called. Which I don't know how to even, like, what they're called. They're picture fireworks. Like, they set them up on boards, and then when they light them, it's a different color, the fireworks are, and it makes a picture. Like, they had KU, they had K-State, they had what else? Royals one. It made the royal mask, the symbol. And like the Jayhawk and the Wildcat, it makes those. They're really cool. But I don't know what they're called. I just call them ground fireworks or display fireworks. And then at the end they have a big like battle one. It's supposed to be like the Battle of New Orleans. And they have ones that they light and they turn into cannons and they shoot. And then they have like a big, huge finale. And it's crazy. It was good. Jeans, yay. I'm still not on I'm trying to be, but I'm not on the list or get all the clothing, list all of it, bandwagon, I guess. I just don't find it very interesting. But that's okay. I still feel like my phone's ringing and I keep hearing something, but my phone's sitting right here, going crazy. I waited till after 1 today because for the past week, around 1:15, my internet goes down. So I think they're updating it at that time because not a lot of people are home. I understand why. But about every single day, it goes down for about 5 minutes. It's weird. So I always was, when I did before then, I always would lose stream. But it's a small town company. These look really short, I feel like they're not petite though, but they look really short. They are jeans, aren't they? Yeah. I do not like this chair though. I'm not really a big fan of these like office chairs that lean back because I like having like a straight back chair. I took my other one in the other room. I want to get one of those like standing desks. I think that would be nice. Maybe. $0.20. Okay, let's see. 7:25. Right. 7:25. Did you guys get your eBay supplies with your new coupon? If you have a store subscription, I got some. I got poly bags and some boxes. And that's it. Kind of forgot about it until, I don't know what reminded me. I feel like I need to get a no trespassing sign on my house. My neighborhood, everybody has one. It seems like it's like the thing here. I want to fit in. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to put my computer next time because it's on a shelving unit that I will probably be using for inventory storage. so nosy. I need to stop being nosy. It's so hard when you live in a town that nothing happens in. You're always just like, who's that driving by? What's going on? What's next? Oh, I have this Vera Bradley thing, clutch. It's really nice, but it's like vinyl, and I didn't know they made vinyl. I found like one similar to it that was vinyl. I don't know. I didn't know they did vinyl like clutch things. And it has the tag, the little green, like the white tag with the green embroidery name on it. Made in China. So, I don't know. Vinyl and leather. It's cute though. It's in really good shape. But I don't know. And I couldn't find like the pattern of it because they didn't have like the vinyl patterns of it on their website. But I think it has the lining with the name Vera Bradley. And it has the Vera Bradley tag that looks right. But I don't know when they started making vinyl things. Hi, Thrifty Christy. How are you? To do with it. They do? Well, that's good. Yeah, I found one similar, but I didn't find any info on their website about like the patterns or anything. Might put it on Posh. It was weird when I was in. I didn't know it till after I came back. But when I was in Korea, we used to have this fabric place that I loved to go to because it was so cheap, and it's just a warehouse full of fabric, and I buy all kinds of stuff, and tons of fabric. And then when I got back to the U.S., one day I had found a Vera Bradley purse. And I was looking on their website because they have all the patterns. And a lot of the fabric they had in Korea was the exact same fabric they had, like, that Vera Bradley was using for their purses. So I just found that interesting that they were selling it over there. You know, that's probably where they got it from, or somewhere over there. And I had, it's just, you know, I thought it would be stuff that they printed for them only, but no. They must just had like a manufacturer that they'd go through and be like, yeah, I like that kind, or this is what I want it to. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, they had a lot of it over there. But it wasn't like it was fake or anything. It was just it was from a fabric manufacturer, and it was just in their fabric stores. And it would have like the name on the, what's that called, raw edge thing on it of where it was from and everything. It was just a company that made it. I just thought it was weird. Not that, like, I don't know. I just thought it would be more exclusive since they were making bags out of it. And just, when they get a nice bag like that, they are so weary of people making, I don't know so much Vera Bradley, but making, fakes that look like it. You would think it would be more exclusive. But, yeah. I loved that place, though. You could get, their fabric was like $2 a yard, and then they just had bins of fabric that was marked down. Sometimes it was like $1.50 a yard. You could get any kind of fabric. It was wonderful. That's when I sewed a lot, though, and I was a Girl Scout leader over there, so we always were doing little projects. I don't sew so much anymore. I sew baby blankets, and that's about it. And if I need something, like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, I'll sew it up, but I don't got time for it. This used to be my craft room. Speaking of crafts, I got some nice latch hook kits in my list. Got them at a yard sale. Thankfully, I found them because it was supposed to be a citywide, and there was like 3 yard sales. It was a small city, but I wasn't finding much. So I'm glad I found this. And they didn't have like they didn't have a lot of signs up either. I did go into this house though, and it was a really kind of falling down type of house. I think they were going to redo the whole thing. It was in pretty bad shape though. So I was walking in, and they had signs everywhere, not responsible for injuries and this and that. And it was just like it was just so weird because you just walked into the kitchen, and of course it's just like falling down around you. But it was just like somebody had just left. Like they still had their glass jars of canned food in there, and their little glass jars of like their vanilla just in the cupboards. Of course it was totally trash because it had been sitting there forever. And then they had this beautiful enamel like old stove in the kitchen. It was just weird. It's just like they just left everything. I always find that very interesting and sad. But I really don't know what to say about this. I will say it does not give me the finished sizing. That's no good. But that's what it's over. It's pre-started. I think it's okay though. I think I can be able to. Somebody had started it. And then when I was at the yard sale, they're like, yeah, I started this, but I lost my latch hook. In this bag was the latch hook. So obviously they weren't looking hard enough. Or they just didn't want to finish it. Which I have tons of stuff that I've started and not want to finish. going to look this up and see if I can get a more exact size. But this will make sure I'm saying the right one. It's the right one. Because I'm sure the finished size is going to be a lot smaller. Finished size 23. So let's see. It will probably be 25. Yeah, there's two of them too that are both semi started. Weird. Let's say 27. This one doesn't have its box. The other one has the box. It's all there though. Started. I won't be able to list it outside. This one's really popular though, so I probably won't be able to get a whole lot. As much because it's very common, but it's supposed to look like this. It's really cute. Yeah, it's big. And like the colors on them are not very like good. Like the grid are horrible looking. Very difficult. So how am I going to package this? Should I throw it in a box? Should I see if I can shove it into a poly bag? It is quite heavy. I don't think heck? I think I could. Yeah. Put it in one of these poly bags. But I don't know. I don't know. That was weird. Oh God. Yeah. Thinking how to do this. I think I can put it in a whatever those things are called, bubble mailer, maybe. If I put it in the right order. Okay. Take all the little things out of it. Make it thinner. Maybe. Yeah. I like that. I kind of know how to cross stitch a little bit. I know how to crochet. I used to take crochet lessons. I'm not like super good at it, but I could crochet something if I needed to. You know, if it was like end of the world and I needed a really nice crocheted blanket or something to keep me warm. And I can sew, okay. But other than, and I like crafts. I just don't do them enough. I love to paint. Personally. Okay. Yeah, it is fun. So what are you up to today, Christy? Getting stuff listed? Yeah, that's not at work. I'm gonna send her a box. Getting a lot of stuff listed and done today. I will be right back. I'm gonna run out there. I'm gonna get some iced coffee real quick and find a box real quick. So I will be back real quick. Okay. I know they have I like creamer. I used to make my own coconut creamer, but lately I just haven't. And they have Simply Natural coconut creamer, and I've been using it. But they came out with a honey creamer. I wish they would come out with a coconut honey sweetened creamer now, because I'd rather have it with honey and not, or agave than sugar. Just personal preference, but the coconut creamer is pretty good they make. But I hate that they have it in such little bottles. It's like, just make a big bottle of it. I don't go through it so fast. But I like to put the coconut creamer, ice, cinnamon. Sometimes I put turmeric, but I like turmeric. Just a little bit. And then coffee. And I like dark roast or something with a lot of flavor in it. And the only time I use a lot of creamer is with iced coffee. I don't know why. And it has to be like really super cold. I really don't even like ice unless it's iced coffee. Because it has to be like really cold. I'm going to put this over here if I don't knock it down. I think I found a good box for this, so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to not drink a lot of preservatives, and creamer has tons of it. So when they come out with a lot of different, even Aldi's has a more natural creamer, but it still has cane sugar in it. And I don't really like eating a lot of it. I mean, I know that agave and honey's good for you, but it's the sugar aspect. It's still sugar. You're still putting sugar in your body, but it's not as processed, and it doesn't take as much to sweeten it, so you don't use as much. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, this is perfect. Perfect box. I don't really think I need to put padding in this. Maybe some paper. That's it. Like some. I mean, it's yarn. What more could it do? And then I went to black coffee for a while, but and then I started using creamer again. Now I'm hooked on, not black coffee. Look at this cute wrapping paper. I wish I had bigger rolls of it. I get it at the Dollar Tree. I don't use it very often. Sometimes I do. Just using it as a filler. There we go. Out of these boxes. I think I got them at like a cable company or something. Wait, Ace Quality or a bike shop. Really nice. Boxes. See, it's opposite. My husband is like a huge creamer addict when it comes to coffee. Like when we go shopping and I was making the coconut creamer at home, he'd be like, "Can we get royal creamer?" Like, no. No, you can't. But now that we found the Simply natural, or the more natural kind, it's fine. Still not the greatest for me, but oh well. Okay. And I had pared down my coffee a little bit. They're in the automotive center or automotive part. Some of them might not have them, but they're in like the automotive area where the tape is. Because they have like duct tape and stuff over there, and some of them might not have them, but some of them do. And they're in like the automotive home repair area of the store. They're not in the office supply area. So I don't know if that helps. And then I have this one, which has no picture on it. Thankfully, it had this one picture right here of it, so I knew what it was. Latch hook. Kit. Floral Divine. Yeah, I like pumpkin spice anything. I'm a very big pumpkin fan. Or yam. I love pumpkin pie is my favorite, but I also like yam pie too. Either one of them. Or sweet potato pie. I've made a good sweet potato pie before. I like making pie though. My favorite pie to make is probably apple though. I haven't done it in a really long time. Oh wow. What size is this? This should have a size on it. There's a number C0108. Oh, here we go. 20 by 30. Does it have a latch? Like design content. Design printed in color on rug canvas, pre-cut rug yarn, guide to latch hook, illustrated instructions. Doesn't have a latch hook in it. Don't worry about that. I don't know if that would be good. My apple pie, I use, what I do is I get all the apples, I cut them all up, slice them, I peel them, slice them real thin, and then I cook them in like an organic apple juice, or really any apple juice if you want. I'll cook them in an apple juice and sugar until it is boiling, and then I think I saved some of the apple juice aside and put a little cornstarch in it if I need it to thicken up. Sometimes it'll thicken itself. And then I cook it in that for the pie filling. And then I season it, of course, with like cinnamon and whatever seasonings you want to put in it. But that's how I make my pie filling. So it's really good. And then I like really flaky crust, sweet crust. It's not super sweet crust, but I like the flaky crust. And I was like really like upset because I couldn't find my apple pie recipe I used to make. And I had a copy of it. And then I was looking through my 4-H book, which, let me just go get this thing. My 4-H book, and I found it. It was in there. I was like, yay! So when I was growing up, I was looking through this the other day. When I was growing up, 4-H was like kind of a big deal and a huge thing in my life. And I was in it for 11 years, and every year you had to make a book. You had to do a record book of that year, kind of like showing your accomplishments and stuff, tallying everything up. And this, at the end of my 4-H career, this was my book. Isn't it huge? There were people that had bigger than this, but this was a pretty good size one. It's so heavy though. And I've been trying to get rid of it, but I just can't. I have so many memories in it. So I've been just kind of like, I was looking through it because I was like, I really probably should get rid of this because it's not doing me any good. But it has so many memories and pictures, kind of like a scrapbook of my childhood. Yeah. And then, like, at the end, you could tell I was, like, really over the 4-H. I had rabbits for 9 years. So I know about everything there is to know about rabbits. I had pigs for, I think, like 5 years or 6 years. And then I did arts and crafts, leadership, food, and all that stuff. My club I was in isn't even there anymore. They stopped doing, or that club just stopped existing, which kind of was sad. And then I went to the fair a few years ago in my hometown where it used to be a pretty big deal. I mean, we're small, but and it was a small fair, but like the 4-H kids food section would be filled like to the brim, like overflowing with food samples, you know, at the fair. And the year I went, I almost started crying because there wasn't even one table full of food samples of kids that were in the food project. I like literally almost started crying. It was so sad. Like it was so sad. And I know that sounds silly, but it was sad to me that not many kids do it anymore. Because it did teach me a lot of good stuff. And it was fun. And yeah. One year I got an award. They had put this new award out for having the most exhibits in the fair. So I was like, I think I had like 48 exhibits in the fair. So I was like, at the last minute, like trying to think of other stuff I could enter. I won it. I think it was like $20 or something. But that was a crazy year. I never did it again. It was too much work. But all for the $20 ribbon. Yay. But I really liked it 4-H, and it taught really good, you know, stuff. And I always wanted to be a 4-H leader, but I just never have. Actually, I want to be a rabbit judge. Like, that's my retirement plan. Like, I know, right? That's sad. Yeah, my retirement plan is when I get older is to become a rabbit judge and travel and get like an RV and travel around to all the state fairs and judge rabbits. That's my goal in life. Yay! I love rabbits. I like doing that kind of stuff, but it's really hard to become a rabbit judge. Like on one of my live shows, I was going over all the qualifications. It's crazy. Like it is crazy how many years of experience you need and stuff. So maybe one day I'll get there. When I have more space and I can actually have rabbits to breed rabbits and do all the stuff you need to do. But I think it would be fun. I mean, it's kind of like a mediocre goal in life, but I don't know. I'm simple. I just think it would be fun. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I think it's sad that, and then when I after I got married, I was a Girl Scout leader for a couple of years when we were in Korea, and that was a lot of fun. And doing like 4-H stuff helped me do that because I knew, how to organize events and, Girl Scouts is a lot of crafts and activities like 4-H's. So that kind of helped. But plus it just gives you good people skills. Like having kids actually going and doing stuff like showing animals, getting out on their comfort skills, gives you good people skills and I don't know, leadership skills. And it also, like, in 4-H, you work a lot. Like, we would always have fundraisers. And, like 1 year to make money to go to camp, our club painted a church building. And, like, we would clean houses. Like, it really makes you a good worker. Which I think is important. Like, I think it's important for kids to work for stuff they want. Like, we wanted to go to camp, we had to raise the money, or if we wanted to do anything fun, we had to raise the money. Or even just helping. That's another thing. Not even for money, just a lot of volunteering, which I think is really lost nowadays. People don't volunteer and do that stuff very often. I mean, there's people that do, but you know what I mean. It's just not as much. Yeah. I don't know what to do with this one now. I was going to just throw it in a poly bag. It's in a box, but I can't get it to fit in one. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm trying to like stretch this thing around. I should have ordered some bigger ones. I didn't order the bigger poly bags this year because, or this quarter, whatever it is. They're like, oh, I won't need those. Look, I need it. Well, I think I'm going to wait on that one, that way I'm not wasting time. And I will get everything else listed that I have done. And we can go to the new office area. Yay! After I clean up this area. And get everything measured. It's still kind of a mess, though, in there. Do you guys do calculated shipping, or do you do flat rate or free? What do you guys do? Okay, I have a ruler somewhere. I'm trying to keep everything nice and organized, which is always a hard thing for me. Seven by 6 by calculated. Yeah, that's what I do is calculated. But, oh, I need to figure out where these go, too. We're going to put them on. These two are going to go on AA. Oh. 6.5. A. S30 is going to weigh 2 pounds, 2 ounces. And it's going to measure 14 by 10 by 5. It can go on. See. I've already went through the alphabet once on my shelving, so I'm having to double shelf them, which is okay. This one on, I'll just put this on CC too. Okay. Close. Ooh. These actually weigh more than a pound. So they can go in a flat rate mailer. Yeah, I'm gonna put 3. 2. I have a few items. Actually, I want to go and change it to not free because every time I do a sell, I don't like putting the free shipping stuff on sale. I have to go through and weed it all out, which I don't like doing. Okay, so this one will be a flat rate mailer bubble. And it will go into you. Right here. S27 is 11 ounces. So this one's S28, which is 8 ounces. And they will go into the Z. Okay. Clean this up a bit. Not like a total trashed out mess. Another piece of trash really quick. I really don't want to put these up right now because I'll probably do more pictures later. So, oh, the same. Put this up too. Or put that really quick because I already have pictures done. Dark navy, red. Line design. Tassel clutch. Or wristlet, I guess. And it's 8 by 5.5. one main pocket, 2 pocket. I think I have a poly bag underneath here. Wait, I don't have the air gun. Go dig them back out. This can be number S32. And it's going to weigh 6 ounces. And I will put it in Z. Z, Z, Z. Okay. So, I am going to go to the other office little area I have now. I'm going to turn my camera off. That way we don't get seasick. And I need to grab my chip. Out of the camera. This, my phone. Should have everything over there I need. Grab the house phone. Well, that's nice that you do her laundry. I hate doing laundry. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off real quick, and I will be right back in the other room. And I'll turn the microphone off where we're not hearing just shuffling. Okay. Give me a second. Hello, I'm back. This is Jasper. And he is sweetheart. Hey, Jasper. Yeah. You don't have to leave. Yeah, you are. You're not supposed to be in here. Hi, boys. Oh, sorry. I guess you guys can be in here. Since there's no inventory in here. I don't like them where my inventory's at. Okay. Yeah, I have too many animals. We love our animals, don't we, Buck? You want to say hi? Yeah, you got your toy? Yeah, you do, don't you? You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah. Oh, you tough, aren't you? You tough boy. Okay, go lay down. Kim, come on, get up here. You know you want to. Kim Hi, Kim Kimchi. Kimchi, good boy too. Okay, get down, boys. Come on. Yes, I see you got a toy. Oh my goodness. What are we going to do? You guys think you need all the attention, don't you? You guys need all the attention? No, you don't, do you? Get down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Here, come here. Come on, get up there. Get up there, lay down. Oh, sorry, Kim. Get up there, lay down. Lay down. Oh my gosh, my husband's computer is like, I don't know, being weird sounding. Okay. So, onward to work. Hopefully they will lay down and be good doggies. We shall see. I'm trying to figure out where to put this thing. Probably be better. Put it up here. Sorry if it's shaky. I'm trying to get it in a good spot. Oh, yeah. And usually I don't have them around me when I'm working because I always worked in my other room and I don't like them being around any part of my inventory. So they don't get to go in like 2 rooms over because I don't want, hair or anything. As little as possible contact with inventory. But here, since there's no inventory, I figured they can come in here when I'm in here. Where is it? I always have such a hard time finding the SD. There we go. You want to see my, so I told you I like to paint. So let me show you see the wolf right there? I painted that a few years ago. It's just on palette. I took a palette apart and put it on wood. That's kind of cool. The decor in here is kind of weird because it was our bedroom and we haven't moved anything. And right there, my husband's ties are still in here. So Kimchi, please don't start. No. You can't start that. Yeah. It was fun. My husband really wanted me to paint a picture of a wolf, so I did. Kind of came down and no, Jasper, out. One thing though is the cats. I'm kind of allergic to cats, and we have cats, so I don't really like them being. I mean, I like petting them, and loving up on them every once in a while, but I don't like them always around me. I really don't like them on my bed. That drives me crazy. And it's like they know it. So they always get in there and they always lay on my side or on my pillow or something because they know I don't like it. And my cats usually just lounge around and do absolutely nothing. They need baths. So I need to get them all baths. I gave my dogs bath last weekend. Probably this weekend I'll give the cats a bath. Not my favorite thing. Okay. I have had 2 sales today. I had a sale on eBay, which were knee-high stockings. New in the thing. They're 5 cents, so I got them. And then I had an order on Etsy, which was a kimchi. Don't be grumpy. Don't be grumpy. Where's your toy at? That's the problem. He wants me to. It's a myth. I know they don't need a bath, but I like my long-haired one. I like giving him a bath and brushing him out real good. Because if I don't, he gets matted hair really bad. And it just helps. I don't give him baths very often. Maybe like once or twice. Every, I don't know, a year or so. But they do need like their summer bath just to help get. And they go outside. And this cat, Jasper, he has a hard time getting to one side of his leg because he has like he has a problem with one of his hips. So I always like give him a bath and brushing his hair out there because it will get matted if I don't. Right, Jasper? Yeah. And he likes going outside and rolling around in the dirt. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, they clean themselves pretty darn good. He just has that one spot he has a hard time getting to, so I always give him a bath. And then I give the other ones a bath too. Because the other male, he likes going outside and rolling around in the dirt. Like, he knows that I hate him doing that. And he's like, which I don't mind him going outside. Because Jasper, he's a good boy. He actually stays inside our fenced-in backyard. Oh, yeah. They hate the bath. I have one cat that likes to swim in the bathtub, kind of. Which is really weird. Like, she'll, like, paddle around and look and paddle around. And the other ones just hate it. Yeah. Bubba, stop. And we have, like, our dogs on flea pills. And, like, the cats, they don't go out very often. But Bubba, he has... Kimchi, I know, baby. He's allergic to fleas. And if you know how a flea pill works, is the fleas bite them. Because they go outside often. They bite them and then the flea dies. It gets rid of the fleas. But Bubba is allergic to fleas, so when it bites him, it just makes him itch like crazy. Even though it kills him, the fleas, it makes him itch like crazy. So in the summer, you always have problems, don't you, Bubba Boo? Jasper, don't be mean to Kimchi. So my poor Bubba always looks like he's going bald in spots because he'll get bit. Here, Kim. Drop it. You gotta drop it. I can't throw it while it's in your mouth. So that's always a battle. And I've tried coconut, like they say, like I give him fish oil to help keep his skin less dried out. That's supposed to help too, I guess. But just because he's allergic to them. Like, severely allergic to them. Right? Come here. Come here, baby. Oh, the Bubba Boo. Come here. Oh, you're such a cute puppy, though. Not really a puppy. Yeah, you are. You're a good boy. Oh, Bubba's a Chiweenie. Aren't you? He's a cute Chiweenie, though, too. He has he doesn't have a real pointy, small head. He's real kind of chunky. So he's cute. Aren't you? And then you have the curly tail. Yeah. Kimchi's a min pin. He's pretty big for a min pin. He's not a small one. But he is demanding. Where's your toy at? Drop it. He's playing fetch with us. Let's see. Got palms on us. What's Yeah, I thought about giving him Benadryl, but I don't know. I just worry about giving them that kind of stuff. Bubba. Bubba. Stop. Come here. Animals. I love my animals, but sometimes it's like they're very needy. That's okay though. Kimchi loves playing fetch. It's so funny. And he used to never fetch. Not gonna get any work done, Kim. And Kimchi, his name is, like Korean. It's like a pickled aged sauerkraut type or cabbage or dish. Is what it means. Well, we bought him when we were in Korea and brought him home with us. I always tell something because it's an aged dish, so it's very fermented. I always tell people he's spoiled rotten. Literally. Yeah, I know it's safe. I don't know. It would probably help him a lot too. Poor Bubba. He's always just had a problem with it ever since we got him. I always end up getting the animals that seem to have something wrong with them. Not like wrong, but like when we got Bubba, when he was a real puppy, we actually got him from somebody at like a laundromat. She had the other one, and then she had his sister, but she didn't want the male. So we just brought him home, and he was doing fine. And then he kept getting really sick, and the dog took him to the vet several times, and they did like all the tests, the parvo and stuff, and supposedly it all came back okay. And then he kept getting sick, but we kept taking him to the vet to get him rehydrated, which was probably what saved him. And then finally they did another parvo test, and I guess they had read it wrong the first time, and he had parvo. So he had to go into, I was in like tears because I loved him so much already, So he had to go and stay at the vet for 3 days, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this dog's going to cost us a fortune now. But I wasn't going to give up on him. And they said he said since we caught it so soon and we had been hydrating him, keeping him hydrated, because that's like one of the biggest problems. He said that he had probably like a 75% chance of surviving. And it was just so sad. So I'd go down there and visit him every day or so, and he looked so sad and sick, and oh my gosh, it was just heartbreaking. And I think the vet kind of felt bad because they told us he didn't have it with the first test, and they read it wrong. And when it was all done over with and he was fine, he had beat it, they only charged us $150 for a 3-day stay and the medicine. So yeah. But it's also the vet we go to for everything. And then Kimchi, when we got Kimchi's older. He's like 8. When we got Kimchi, we bought him in Korea, and he had a really bad, we took him to the vet. He was sick again, and he had a really bad lung infection. And they didn't think he was going to make it at all. But he made it. Didn't you? And then he found out he had a skin condition. So both my dogs have skin conditions, of course. That was genetic. And the only way to control it was with, and he was just, it was almost like mange. It looked like mange, but it wasn't. It was just, his hair was falling out and he'd itch like crazy. And the only way to control it was to keep him on ivermectin for the rest of his life. So at first I was like, man, that's going to be horrible. Like, we're going to have to buy all this money, but I was going to do it because I loved him. But then the vet's like, well, you do know that you already have him on Heartgard and it has ivermectin in it. So that should be fine. Just keep him on Heartgard for the rest of his life every month, and you should not really have a problem with it. So that's what we've done, and we've never had a problem with it ever. So since then. Sorry. Bubba, what are you doing? Stop that. So us and our animals. And then our cats, like Jasper, he has a hip problem. Shyla, one of our females, she has gum disease that we have to give her medicine and special food for. Muffs has a eye thing that he was born with that he has to have medicine for every once in a while when it flares up. It's not like it's ongoing, but it doesn't need medicine all the time. It's like when he gets really stressed out, it flares up. So I have to give him medicine for that. And then Bubbles, when she was baby, because she was Shyla and Muffs Bubbles and Muffs are Jasper and Shyla's babies, but they're all fixed now. Literally, like 2 days before we got Jasper fixed is when I swear it happened. But anyways, she only had 2, thankfully. We ended up keeping him. But Bubbles is, when she was little, her legs would not, like, she would just like drag them behind her. And I literally worked with her until she could put weight on her legs. Like, I made her walk on them, and she's fine now. She's like the only one that has no problems. Yeah, that's what they were telling us, giving them Gatorade and Pedialyte to keep them hydrated. And then we were getting our IVs from the vet because he was getting so dehydrated and sick, but they didn't think he had parvo. And just because we did that, that's probably why he survived. Okay, I'll be right back. This thing's about ready to die, so I'm gonna go get a charger and then I start listening. Baby. Where did the cat go? Where's my charger? I just had it. No, we're not going out there now. You guys just went outside. So yeah, but they're all good now. They just. I see, Cam. Oh my gosh, I don't really want to. thing looks really weird. I don't know if I should be using that power strip. It looks like something's wrong with it. What do you think, Jasper? Yeah. But cats are so mischievous. Oh my goodness. They're a little and mean. I think they're so mean sometimes. It's just like in their nature to be a mischievous meanie. Okay, let's see. If I have, oh, what did I get? If I have any thing to relist first. Kim, what? I know, babe. You like to play. Go get it. I think Bubba's had it with you. He's going to go relax elsewhere. Okay, let's see if I have anything to list first. Oh, 2 things. I thought I'd sold those. I hate when I do this. I'm always just like, did I sell that already? Did I get relisted on accident? I usually am really good about it because I just go and I don't think I have. I haven't usually ever had a problem with it. But, and the easiest way I keep track of if I've like, you know how a lot of times people say they get duplicate listings and all that jazz. How I combat that is when was this? Hold on, May 31st, May 29th. So I know it wasn't before that because that's when we went on our anniversary. Okay. But anyways, how I combat that is I just know what my total of items I'm supposed to have at all times or around that total. That way, if something does get relisted or duplicated on accident, I'll know. No, Kim. No. No. Sit down. Ooh. Well, that's good. Poor guy. Sounds painful. Okay. I think I had a lot of offers on this. That's why I was thinking it sold. Okay. Let's see. Realist. It's kind of blue in this room. Blue. I'm not throwing it. Or kimchi. No? You are bossy. come here. Don't you do that, you bossy boy. Here. Oh, you say I just want to play. I just want to play. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's how my boy cats are. Papa patrolling from the bed. What are you doing, Bubba? Do you hear somebody? You'll be fine. Hey. I'll be right back. Make sure nobody's at the door. Is there somebody out there? You are fine. You're fine. Oh, Kimchi, stop being tough. Yeah, my male cats are a lot fatter too. Since they got fixed. I'm actually going to wait on that to relist it. Okay. Oh, there's Muffers. Muffs, you want to come say hi? Here, baby. This guy is big. This is Muffs. Hi, Muff. Yeah. He's a pretty cat. He is so big, though. Yeah. Hey, that's not nice. Okay, get down. Yes. Oh, cat hair. Okay. I really need to list. I like doing live stuff, but I feel like I kind of don't list as fast, even though I'm already slow, but you know, it is what it is. That's okay though. I kind of needed the motivation today. I was really slacking. Yeah, no kidding. That's why I'm glad there's no inventory around here. That would suck. And that's why they're not allowed like 2 rooms past this point. And that's why I like to vacuum a lot too. Not like cat hair at all. I know, Kim. You are just having so much fun, aren't you? Almost too much fun. Can't handle it. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do the, what's that thing called? The latch hook. So, Wonder Art Caron International. I'll leave that out. All American Bear 4301. 30 by 30 inches by 20 inches. Should 30 inches by 20 inches, latch hooks, kit, started. Yeah, it is, but My husband loves cats. I'll suffer. I'm not really that bad unless they're on my bed and I sleep like with it and I'm breathing it in all the time. Then it's like I wake up with a headache. What? You see how demanding this kimchi creature is? Mr. Huff Puff. Mr. Huff and Puff. I find min pins are just demanding in general, though. Now they're chasing each other around. Play with Papa. He wants to play. And she's like, no, it's my toy. How much should I pay for this garage set? Oh, $2. Do you guys use store categories? Like, have you made your, if you sell on eBay, I don't know if you sell on eBay, made your own store categories? I don't even know where it's at. Bubba, do you have it? I don't know where you put it. Find it. Find your toy. Underneath my seat. Oh, good. Almost caught it, huh? You're a good catcher. Oh, hi, Bubba. You want it, don't you? You can't have it. You have one. Go find yours. This is Kimchi's. Kimchi'd go crazy if I gave you his toy. Hey, boys. Now. Come on, Bubba. Let's find yours. They do tend to get kind of rowdy. You want the one that squeaks? There you go. And you guys each have your own. Go get it. I just threw it. Right, Bubba? I like how Bubba just holds it in his mouth. Did you find it? It's in there. I took it. Go get it. Go get it. Go. It's in there, Kim. Come on. Where did it go? Bounced off somewhere. That's nowhere to be found ever again. Lost forever in the mist. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. You guys are just gonna have to deal with it. You guys are just gonna have to share. You guys have 3 of them. How do you guys lose everything? Where's the children sometimes? Oh, look, here's one. The water bowl. That's a perfect place for it. Yeah, so that was the absolute perfect place to put it, in a water bowl, boys. Okay. Go play amongst yourself. I don't want to play. I don't want to play. Sit down. No. I don't care. Come here. I'm not throwing it for you, Kim. I'm going to put them up and then you won't get them. I have to work. Come here, Mr. Demanding. I'll just put it up. You won't get it. No. Come here. Sit down. Are you going to play by yourself? Play by yourself. Or play with Bubba. I don't want to play. I'm tired. You're being obnoxious. You know it. Because you're a impatient puppy dog. And you think you need to have everything your way. Yeah. Come here. Should have never started. He loves playing catch. Or fetch. And catch. And I lock you out, you're not gonna like it. How about we put the toys up? Bubba's being good, and he shouldn't have to have his toy put up. But Kimchi is not being good. The toys up. I know, Bubba Boo. I'm sorry. Kimchi, don't do that. You're gonna make that stuff fall. Come here. Hey, get down. Mess stuff up. Go. Out. 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 Then stop it. I'm not playing with you right now. I would love to, but I have stuff to do. Goob. You goober. Come here. Does not have the original box. A Ziploc bag. There is slight wear due to storage and use. Woke up today with a headache. I think just all the noise in the last few days have really shoe party. I don't have any shoes on Posh. I listed all those shoes on eBay I had. Probably should have listed them on Posh. I guess I should really get into the whole cross-posting stuff. I just don't like doing it. I'm already unorganized enough. I can't even imagine how unorganized I would be. If I cross-posted. I just don't think I don't think it's really unorganized. I just think I'd have a hard time getting it off the other platform fast enough because like when I'm out and about, I really don't have service to like do it, like to load pages. Everybody's like, oh, it's not hard if you have a phone. Well, I just don't really have a lot of service. Hi, Flippin' Hustler. How you doing? I'm just been working. Mostly trying to keep my dog entertained for he doesn't bark his head off because he's being demanding and wants to play fetch. And trying to list in between, which is not going the greatest, but I'm trying. I'm in my new office area. Yay! So that's fun. I got my computer and stuff set up in here. It's been good so far. It is kind of like the decor is kind of weird because it was my bedroom, so I still have all that. I'll probably leave it up. I don't feel like moving it, so. I'm sad though, like I started painting like rocks on our closet, which I'm not going to show because it's filled with stuff. And I like it because I have more space in my other room to do stuff, to actually like take photos. I can do flat lays now. I have that much more space, which is crazy because I really only moved one thing in here and I added more shelves. But because this desk was kind of big and it made my other desk I had in there, I had to put it like in the middle of the floor. Oh, and I did move my boxes over to the closet over there. That way I'd have box storage out of the office, and it freed up some more shelving. So, yeah. Is this 30 by... Yeah. Oh, I don't know what it is. Ooh, where did I get that number at? Glad I didn't. But I like it. It's not as cramped. And we're actually using every part of our house now. Like, we never used our living room at all because we don't have a lot of visitors. And if we did, they really just hung out in the dining room. And we never, ever used our living room. So, turning it into the bedroom was nice because we're using every part of our house now to the full potential because it's a small house, and really truthfully it should be, you know, I hate not using parts of it. Yeah. And our living room's pretty good size. It almost feels like, it's kind of funny. It kind of feels like a little studio apartment now with the bed in there and our bedroom stuff in there. But because it was an add-on to the original house, so it's pretty good size. And plus, since our rooms don't have closets because it's such an old house, this one has like a cubbyhole closet, and that's because the people that lived here before decided to start knocking that wall out to put a closet in. Then they realized it was a load-bearing wall and stopped doing it. So what we did, instead of closing it back up, we just framed it out really well and put a support beam in it and kept it the wall space, because the wall space was like this thick, like wide, in between the two walls. So we just framed it out, put a support beam in it, and put shelving in it and used it as a cubby storage. So Yeah. And then, so that's like, we have, and there's a closet in my other office, which is, see where the dream catcher is? That's the wall it was built. But half of it's taken up by the heater, so I can't use it for anything. So we didn't have any closets in this house or a laundry room. So when we moved in, we put a laundry room in, the small bedroom in the back, which is part of the add-on. And I also turned it into the closet for clothing and stuff because we didn't have a closet. So now our closet and laundry room's right off the bedroom. So it makes it good, easy. It's all about using the space we got to make the best way possible, even if it is unconventional. Okay, let's see. Yeah, when I was renting, I hated renting. That animals, and it was just always lived in like really not the greatest rent. Like the location was okay, but they just weren't in the best shape. Not that this house is, because this house is old and it needs a lot of work. Like, look, this ceiling tile looks like crud in this room. My husband put the ceiling tile in. There was no ceiling, and it looked beautiful, great. Then one day, about 2 months after he put it in, I was putting a picture up in the dining room, and I hear a clunk clunk, and I thought we were still moving in or unpacking stuff. I thought a cat had knocked over a box, and I walk in, and somebody was knocking at the door at the same time. So I was putting the dogs up. I walk into the bedroom, and every single ceiling tile had fell down. Yeah. So we spent the whole night just we just stapled them up really good, and it's starting to fall down. It needs railings put in it. It's starting to droop again, so probably it will fall eventually again, probably. But right now it's okay. And that one fell too. But it's an old house. It was like on what the date is, as far as I know. Bose moved here is 1890, so I don't know. The main part is, I don't know how old it is really. But it was cheap. I mean, it was real cheap. Like, it needs work. It has some problems, but it was cheap. We paid it like, yeah, it's crazy cheap. So it was worth it just to have our own place for a little bit. And hopefully we'll move. We wanted to live here, save some money up, and then move. So we'll see. Okay, I need to figure out how much to price this at. 25, 19, 24, 22. Mm-hmm. 14. New design. Looks exactly the same though. I think I'm going to do, since mine's not in the original box or anything, I think I'm going to go lower. $17.99. Best offer. Actually, boom. Yeah, that looks good. I don't care. Yeah, this one was 12, so it was really cheap. We paid it off. Yeah, it was cheap. Like, and then, but like the nice houses are even cheap. Like for house market, this one was just super cheap. It's old and it needs a lot of work, but it's good enough for me. I'm not picky. I ain't picky, and it's just nice to have your own space. But with that being said, I am ready to. I would like to move. I'd like to move closer to my husband's job. That way he doesn't have an hour drive each way every day. 2-hour total drive. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, I think it's went down in market value. Nobody lives out here. That's why. Like, nobody seeks out to live out here, basically. That much. That's why it's so low out here. I mean, there's only like 200 people. There's not a lot out here. But I would like to move closer to my husband's job and a little bit bigger house. Maybe. Yeah, it is a long drive. Yeah, we have a car that's a newer car. It's like 2000. It's not that new, I guess. It was, we bought it new. It was like 2014 when we got back to the U.S. We got it. And it has so many miles on it because of the drive back and forth every day. Because he puts 100 miles on it a day, give or take. And like my town, like we have a major town about 17 miles away, but like my town doesn't even have like a gas station. We do have a gas pump at the mechanic shop, but there's not a whole lot here. There's a few things, but like it's not like a store you can go buy a lot. There's a meat market that has a few things, or a butcher shop, I guess is what it's called, but nothing like. Yeah, but yeah. So I was talking to somebody. We were getting new tires, and I was like, well, you're gonna go through them anyway, so let's just get new ones. And because he couldn't get it patched, and then we're trying to figure out the price of everything. And I'm like, well, you're going to need new tires in 6 months because you go through them so fast from just driving daily so much. And that lady's like, why do you go through them so fast? I'm like, well, he drives 100 miles a day at least, if not more. I'm like, and that just wears it down. Like, super. Okay. I shouldn't have done that. I threw his toy. Ugh. Now he wants me to throw it again. I mean, go through this over and over. Mr. Demanding Kimchi. Come here, Kim. Come up here. Oh, hi, Bubba. Come here. Come here. Oh. Come here, baby. Oh, just. No, that's Kimchi's. It's yours here. Yeah, it is. This isn't yours, though. You're a goob. You're a goob, Kim, or Bubba Boo. Get down, Bubba. Come here, Kim. Come on, Kim here. And she's like, where's my toy? I just want my toy. Come on. And she's like, no. so funny if you like hand Kimchi a toy, it's like he's just like, I don't want that. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm never buying a new car again. Ever. Our car we have... Oh, stop fighting, guys. Our car we have is a Fiesta. Don't buy a Fiesta. My personal opinion. Unless it's one that's not between like certain years. Like ours is between the certain years that they decided to convert a... Hold on. Anyways, ours is between the years where they used or decided to convert a manual transmission into a automatic somehow. Some special thing. I don't know. That's what they had said. They used some special transmission, and now it's causing, on a lot of their cars, their Fiestas, it's causing a lot of problems. And there's like a big lawsuit, and we knew there was a problem. Like, we went in within like 2 weeks of getting the car, say something's wrong with the transmission. It's not working. And they're like, no, that's how it's supposed to be. So obviously we knew something was wrong. And so did a lot of other people. But there's like a big lawsuit going on. And they're waiting for like, I don't know, you know, you're part of it unless you say you don't want to be part of it type thing. And it's going to have like a recall on it probably. But they have to wait till all the appeals go through. So hopefully we'll get a new transmission put in. That's what they're supposed to do, is put a new transmission in once everything's settled with all of these Fiestas, which are going to be quite a bit. And I think some of the focuses, because it was like within 3 years. So, yeah. So hopefully once that gets all settled, that will be good, because it doesn't drive right. Like, even my mom, she drove it once. She's like, man, your car drives like crud. I'm like, I know. I'm like, it's the transmission in it. That's how they're supposed to drive. We took it in, and everybody, you know, they all said, no, that's how it's supposed to drive. They're using a weird transmission. They put a weird transmission in it. And obviously something's going wrong, because there was a big lawsuit thing going on about it. And they're supposed to recall them eventually. And put that part, you know, recall that part. And then the door handles fall off. It's awful. Mine fell off, broke off, just normal use. I broke it off, and it was under warranty still, so we could go get it fixed. It was like 20 miles before. And then my husband was giving me a hard time, and then he broke his off the next week, and we couldn't get it fixed. So, and it's not like the open shut handle. It's like the one that you just use to pull it. I don't know what it is. It's just like a weird transmission, and they are let's see. Ford Fiesta recall. I'm just gonna look it up. Yeah, it's from 2012 to 2014, or 2011 to 2016. Power shift automatic transition is what they're called. I think. Mm-hmm. Let's see that's what it is, a power shift. Let's see when it is. On October, it claims will not be processed. Yeah, it had to be the power shift, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So it cannot be, there's no effective date yet when they can redo them or whatever. Ours is starting to slip even more now. And they said the appeals could take more than a year. So, yay. I wish they'd just do the right thing. It's like, obviously you're having a big problem. And it was like, people were like, it was like down, like causing like bad things to happen to the car, like wrecks and stuff. So I don't know. Thankfully, we haven't had too much of a problem with our, just other than you can just feel that something's wrong with it, you know? Like when we drove it for 2 weeks, like within the, even like when we first started driving, we just knew something wasn't like completely good with it, that like something wasn't right. We shall see what happens with that. I'll be right back, guys. Good voice. But so we've been up to today flipping, getting a lot of stuff listed. Orange, Florida, coffee break. Glass, long, vintage, graphic. What? What do you want? Come on. Come on, Kimchi, come here. Come here. 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 I know, Bubba, you are a baby. Come on. Come on, Kim, go. I still got some items. Nice. What did you sell? And I don't have time to throw it all the time, babe. You are just a pain. Yeah, you are, aren't you? And demanding. He's so demanding. Come here. Yeah, I woke up late today, so it's been really short kind of day. I need to spray for ants. Dude, well, I want to put the powder down, but I need to do that. And I need to spray the house, like the outer perimeter to keep the, I don't know, any kind of, not bugs, but like, well, they're bugs. Like, we do it every 2 or 3 months just to maintain it. We spray that all our perimeter with like a wood boring, keep wood bees, carpenter ants, all that crap at bay, just normal maintenance on the house. Ooh, Cheers. I love Cheers. Oh, my favorite. I love Cheers. It has one of my favorite actors in it, though. Because I love Ted Danson. As an actor, like Becker was my favorite show of all time when I was younger. I loved Becker. And now he's in what? Yeah. Like The Good Place, he was in that. That was a good one too. He's came back now. Like he was in Becker, and then like he really came back into the spotlight lately. He was in CSI. I don't know. I really like him as an actor. Nice. That's cool. And then I like Cam, stop. Hey! Stop. You're fine, dude. Nice. I bet that's cool. A hand-forged knife. There's a lot of people around here that do that, too. Come on! This dog. Stop it. Stop being tough. You're not tough. You're just tough for Bubba. You act tough. Move. Superman hat from Kay and his staff signed it. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me see. Yeah. This is located on shelf 8A. How much should I pay for it? Garage sale, 50 cents. I think you found the squeaking one because the other two guys you broke the squeakers in them. It doesn't squeak anymore, Kimchi. What did you do? You ready? I don't know what to put this under because I don't know the age of it. It's an Anchor Hawking cup. Let's see if there's any more. With Florida on it. It's really cool. It's painted orange. They painted it orange, like manufactured it away, but it looks like it was just like spray painted. It's really weird. And they put a graphic on it. Man, that's a pretty one. $24. That one isn't like mine though. It's close, but ain't exactly like mine. Mine has like a lady on it as well. Here's one for $8. What's an inventory show? What does that mean? Like how you do it? I think that the most important thing is as long as you can find your items quickly, that's the most important thing. And come here, get up here. I want you up here. Come on, get up here. Come on. Come on, Kim. Come here. Here, you want your toy? You gotta get up here. I'll be right there. The most important thing. Come here, get up here. Bubba, you don't need to. Get up here. Bubba, you don't need up here. You just were up here. Get on Mama's lap. There's Kimchi. He's so attentive. Good boy. Now my computer's not. There we go. Yeah. Because I used to waste a lot of time trying to find inventory, but now that I've worked out the kinks, I can find it pretty darn fast, which is important to me. Oh. Sorry for the yawning, guys. I don't know what's coming over. Did I take a picture of it on the... I think I did. Dang it. I don't think I did. How did I do that? I didn't take a picture of it on the measurement thing. Or on my ruler. It's okay. I have the measurements. I'll just put them in there. Like looking up the comps, or what do you mean exactly? Maybe I'm not understanding. Not that great of a photo. What I was thinking when I took these photos this morning. I was probably thinking, man, I really want to get these photos done. There we go, crop it. Well, you guys sound like you're killing a rabbit back there, boys. With your squeaky toys. Oh, see if they're listed, yeah. That is... Hey! Bubba. Bubba. Do you have to be so loud? You know, sometimes I have stuff that's not listed because I forget. Like I have, look, these are all the recent things that I've been working on. And some of them aren't listed because either I couldn't find a box for them or I just didn't feel like listing them. And I know if they're listed or not because they're highlighted. But sometimes when they do fall off, or there's a few that I'm not like sure if I want, I don't know. They have reserves about that I don't relist or something and they fall off. Or the worst thing is when nobody pays and they fall off and I forgot to relist them. Because I do not have it set up for them to be relisted because I don't want to mess myself up on accident. Hey, what are you guys grumbling about? Let's not grumble at each other. Be nice. You guys, you don't need 3 toys, Kimchi. Here. Bye-bye. You can have your toy back. That's the problem I have. So I do inventory once a year. Pull stuff, see what's not listed, that kind of stuff. Then I put them all in a big pile and I work through that pile. Last year it took me like 3 months to do it because I kept getting bored of it. Which is a big problem for me. I get bored really easily. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That stinks. Do you label your, like, do you use SKUs or, SKUs or numbers or anything on your listings? That's the easiest thing I have found to do. Somebody messaging me? Oh, Macari. Save it, Macari. I haven't listed on you in months. Kim, you just I have to wait. I only have 2 hands. I'm currently busy. I did it once last year. That's the first time I had done it, and it was awful. Because I didn't have SKU numbers on anything. Because my inventory system that I'm using, like I've always prepackaged, but like with my shelving numbers and stuff is relatively new. Like within the last, like in January, that's when I started it. So it's relatively new to me because I used to just have it all put everywhere and I'd have to dig through everything. Now, if it was a certain size box it was in, I could find it faster because a lot of my boxes of certain size are in one location. But if it wasn't, I was totally like screwed. It took me forever. And so I was like, this is not working. So I tried to put all of my A boxes in one location, but they all wouldn't fit in that location. That wasn't working. And then it just hit me like a light bulb. Why don't I just mark the locations and then put the boxes that fit in that location? Because all the boxes were numbered. And it was like, duh, why haven't I thought of that before? And now it takes me minutes to find, literally like minutes to find them. The only exception is in B and C, they're huge locations. So it takes me a little bit longer in there, but I try to put bigger packages over there. That way I don't have to look through a lot. Yeah, I used to like know and stuff, but since I started putting them in box, like since I put them in boxes, it's just easier to have a location now because it was easier when I had less items, but since I'm getting so many items, more and more items every day, I had to find a way to keep track of it all. And I finally, which it was a simple solution that I should have thought of before then, but obviously for some reason I hadn't. It was just like a lightning bolt. Yeah, like a duh moment. I was just like, seriously? And even my husband, I was telling him like, that's how I'm doing. He's like, oh my God. She's like, why haven't we thought of that? I'm like, I know, right? Like, because we have like, he was helping me trying to figure out a good inventory system. But I just, because once you get over so many items, you really, you want to be able to find them fast. And like the poly bags, I just put them in like, I don't use totes, I use boxes. And I'll just mark that box as like X or Y or whatever the letter is. And I'll say, okay, it's in X box or shelf A or wherever. Plus, I have most of the time the measurements of the box. So if I am having problems finding it, that is also I think I want this to be my front picture. No, actually, I'm thinking maybe this one. It looks nice. It doesn't have the main logo on it, though, but it looks really nice. I like that one. And I'm planning on I'm hoping to getting to 1,000 by the end of the summer. So I was like, I need to figure this out before I go forward. So. And that's just on eBay. And I'm hoping to get to 100 on Posh, which I doubt I'll do that because I just don't have, unless I go to the bins, which I hope maybe I'll do next week. We'll see. Oh, some of the black. But we'll see. I'm not sure if I'll get to 100 on Posh, but that's my goal. End of the summer, have 100 listings on Posh, 1,000 on eBay. I think I can do it. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, do you feel better now? Hope you feel better. It's been kind of like, I'm getting tired, but I think it's because the weather keeps going bright, then dark, and bright, then dark. I can't decide if it wants to rain. Orange paint on the cup. The black of the graphic has worn off in spots. There's overall wear to the cup from use and age. Yeah, it's supposed to here too, but what do you want, Grump? Come here. Come here. Hi, Kim. Hey, Kimchi. Hi, Kimchi. Hey, Mr. Grumpy, Mr. Bully. What are you doing? There's nothing up there for you. There's nothing up there for you. Nothing at all. I know you love me, don't you? Yeah. Who's your favorite person? Oh, am I your favorite person? Yeah, you think so. No, licky. Stop it. I don't like this. You're such a handsome boy, aren't you? Are you handsome? There's nothing up there for you. Okie dokie. Have a great night. Yeah, I'm going to only be on here for about 30 more minutes. Then I'm going to go make supper. No. Oh, he's cute, but he is a pain, aren't you? Always has to be about kimchi. Kimchi this, kimchi that. Yeah, I'm going to be on here for about 30 more minutes and then get off and go make some supper, hopefully. Figure out what to eat. That's my biggest. I have burger. I might make burger. Chili. Chili sounds good, but it's so hot. I don't want to make chili. I do want chili, though. I don't know what I want. Mr. Grumpy Kimchi. Always so grumpy. don't know what to make for supper. I have deer burger, but it's not thawed. The hamburger's already thawed. So I could make something with it. I also have brats. Or I could just have some kind of veggie meal. We have tons of veggies. What are you eating for supper? Anchor Hawking. How much should these sell for? None of them have sold, it looks like. Of course they haven't. Markings and measurement is an anchor. Bottom for Hawking brand. It says make. Boy, you need to stop. You need to stop. I might lock you out and then you're going to be mad. It says bringing home a Sonic burger. I had a pulled pork sandwich last night at the firework thing I went to. Hey, what are you guys doing? Just stop. Stop being brats to each other. My dogs are spoiled. Bottom as well. The cup measures, or the mug measures about 3.5. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I do this all the time. I'm trying not to, but it's so hard for me not to. I thought about having burgers, but we just had burgers. I don't really want burgers. I think I might make chili in the pressure cooker. That sounds pretty good. Tying my shoe, it's bugging me. Maybe go on a walk later. That will be nice. Try to get a few things listed. I think I will make chili. I'm just trying to decide if I should do deer burger or hamburger. The hamburger's thawed, I think. Maybe. And I don't want it to go bad because I don't know how long it might not be thawed though. And if it's not, I'll use deer burger because I need to use it up. But I'm not really feeling deer burger tonight. Oh no. So do you have a lot of roommates or do you just have one? So you know clothes, kind of, right? Like you sell clothing. So you might know this question I have. So Lululemon and Athletica, are they like sister companies or something? Or are they the same company and then just two different like branches off of it? Do you know? I guess I could look it up. I'm just curious. Okay. This weighed, how much is this weigh? Where am I at? 16 ounces. It's a heavy mug. And it measures 6'7" by 6'6". But I'm just curious because I have a yoga strap, a yoga mat strap, one of the ones you put around wow, that is a full house. I don't know if I could do that. You must be a very patient person. Yeah, but anyways, I have a yoga strap that has that you would roll a yoga mat in and strap it around, you know. And it says Lululemon Athletica on it. Unless they did just like a collab. I don't know. Let's see. Lumen Athletica. Oh. Maybe it's just like is a Canadian athletic apparel retail. Lululemon is self-described yoga inspired. Yeah. So yeah, it's the company, but I don't know if like Athletica is a different company too. I don't know. Oh, that's creepy. Well, let me just look up Athletica. Because that's a brand, right? Or am I thinking of something totally different? Oh. What is your problem, dude? People are going to think I'm crazy. Maybe that's not a brand. Is Athletica not a brand? I don't know. So, I think I'm thinking of something else. Athletica. That's probably what I'm thinking of, which is a different brand. So, Athletica is Lululemon. Like, Lululemon Athletica is a brand in itself. And then Athleta is its own brand. Figured that one out. Right? I think. I don't know. They just sound similar. Well, that's kimchi. People are going to think you're a brat. Because you are a brat. But you're my brat, aren't you? That's where I was getting confused. So, Athletica with a T, and then Lululemon Athletica. Right? I think. I don't know. You can tell I am not a clothing seller. Not yet. I'm getting there. One day. Bubba's over there just laying down, being a good boy. Kimchi's over here being a brat. May I help you? I took his toy and hit it. 3V motion games. Includes 3V motion and a smile game. And let's throw some, let's see, Wally. Stop. NASCAR. Nemo. Finding Nemo. No, just put Nemo. Kimchi, just relax, boy. There's one. You guys exhaust me. I don't know how you guys are like, you always just want to play. Why do you have so much energy? I think it's because you sleep most of the day. Okay. Oops, that's not the right one. CC. I'm like obsessed with Tervises. These cups, I have so many of them. I like them because they're sturdy. Come here. Hey. Well. Hey. Let's see. There is light where from storage and use all games are untested. So I am not sure. Bam boom. And let's move those around a little bit. So I think that's good. Sorry I talked to myself. I know it's probably annoying. It's just how I am. And I'm sorry that I have a loud and obnoxious dog that thinks he needs to be the center of attention all the time. Drop it. Nope, I can't reach that. You better move it closer. Because he's a brat, but he's also very sweet sometimes. I think I threw it. It's in there. I threw it. It's in there, Kimchi. I threw it already. Go get it. It's in there somewhere. Go get it, Kimchi. It's in there. Yes, I mean, oh my gosh, I'm sick of him barking at me. Sometimes you just have to, he'll get bored, hopefully, and go lay down. I'm not teasing him. I'm just trying to get him to calm down. It's in there, Kimchi. Go look. It's in there. Oh, that's good. They didn't open. Go. It's in there. I threw it in there. Go. Go look for it in there. Oops. Oh, weird. Yeah, they like to knock stuff off. That's for sure. Cats do. Pain. I'm just gonna get rid of that photo. I don't like it. Okay, which one is the normal one? This Nemo. The emotion games are Wally, NASCAR. What's that? Soccer challenge, and the Smile game is Finding Nemo. The purple one. Yeah, that's how Muffs is. He's so heavy. He just like clunk, clunk. Oh, did I knock that off? Clunk. Okay. Okay, so this would be 7,555, 9 ounces. I think I'm just going to put one. Go lay down. It's in there. I threw it in there. You need to go find it. Go find it. Go find your toy. I'm not helping you. Go find it. It's in there. You're fine. Just there's toys Where's Bubba? Where's Bubba at? He's probably laying in there being a good little doggy. And what are you doing? You're being loud and obnoxious and total min pin right now. Take it. I'm not throwing it though. You know, go play with yourself. Sometimes he does do that. What is this? VTech, I think? Isn't V Smile VTech? I think it is. Maybe. Stop. Yeah, V Smiles VTech. Oh no, what do they want? Oh, it's just whatever. Spam. Save and continue later. That's drafted. I'm getting a few drafts done. It's exciting, isn't it, Kimchi? Drop it. Bubba, just don't even try. You're gonna get grumbled at if you try. Okay. Lulu. Lemon. Atletica. Purple yoga mat strap. Good adjustable. What would you call that? A little reversible yoga mat. Carrier? Handle? I don't know. Yoga mat. I would think it would be called a yoga. Oh, I misspelled strap. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it. Nope, still didn't pull up. Yoga mat. Sling? Yoga mat sling. Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, what's that? Nope. Nope. Okie dokie. Let's take off sold. Well, I think I'm going to end the live show right now. Before it's 5. It's 4 minutes till 5. I hope you have a great day, Thrifty Christy. And yeah, or great rest of the day, night, whatever. And maybe I'll do a live show tomorrow. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. I might do like another vlog in the morning. I didn't do one today because I was running late. But I need to finish this stuff up, get it listed, make supper, and just enjoy the rest of my night. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, and bye.